Hello, this is Michael Owens with Here Come the Irish, and you're watching the Two Irish Brothers Show. Go Irish.
How's it going, everyone? I am ND Sean 45.
I am Irish Benjamin 57.
And together, we make up the Two Irish Brothers Show. And first off, I just like to say, smash that subscribe and that like tab, people. We know you want to. Help us out. Let's help us grow the show. We do our best just for you guys on a weekly basis, and we love doing what we do, don't we, Ben?
Yes, we do.
It's all for you guys. Remember that. But also, happy Thanksgiving week to everybody watching. Hard to imagine that time is here, Ben.
Yeah, the year's gone by fast.
No kidding. It's like
the season's gone by fast. We're in the final week of football for a lot of teams that aren't playing in championship games. So, like for Notre Dame, this is the final week until their bowl game. Yeah, it's gone by fast.
Now, of course, by the time we release this video, who knows what our ranking is going to be. Hopefully it's at 7 or 6 at this point. I hope it's 6. I would love that. Just, creeping up that ladder. And so we've reached the week of Thanksgiving, like I said. And of course, Thanksgiving weekend, we always finish it off on the West Coast. And so for our last regular season game of 2021, the Stanford Cardinal, who has been a rival of ours since what, like 1988 or something like that we played annually.
Yeah.
And I think we played them obviously here and there before that, but I think it's been 88 since we played them annually minus the COVID year last year.
Yeah.
So really breaking down Stanford, very similar to Georgia Tech last week. They have not had a great season, but of course they did have the lone highlight, and they upset Oregon earlier in the season. But other than that, they really haven't had really a lot of good things going for them. It's been pretty rough.
Yeah. I mean, coming into this game with a 3-8 record, obviously Notre Dame's on the polar opposite of that spectrum, 10-1 coming in. And Stanford has been a major Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde situation for them. Beating Southern Cal in Los Angeles, beating Vanderbilt in Nashville, and then beating Oregon in Palo Alto, and then losing huge to Utah, losing big to Oregon State, losing big to K-State in the beginning of their season. I mean, a team that has potential, it seems like, obviously if they're beating Oregon and even Southern Cal behind enemy lines. But then you look at like their most recent game against California, Berkeley, 41-11 in their loss. It's just like, what's going on in Palo Alto with Stanford? So
yeah, ever since their victory over Oregon, and at that point in the season, after they beat Oregon, they were 3-2. So it's like, where could this team go, and could they make a splash in the Pac-12? But since Oregon, it's just been L after L after L after L, and well, obviously, people already know that you and I are Notre Dame homers, Ben, but we do the best we can to be fair at the same time. It's going to be another one this coming Saturday. I'm very positive of that.
Yes.
But
and the statistics are against Stanford. I mean, it's, we try very hard to be analytical and go by the statistics. And I mean, the statistics are not in Stanford's favor at all.
No.
So
absolutely not. Absolutely not. But we're gonna take a look at their statistics from their guys individually. So Tanner Mckee is their starting quarterback, and looking at his personal numbers, they haven't been horrible. 64% completion percentage, 2155 yards.
2,155.
2,155 yards. I was trying to shorten it up, but I failed miserably. Forgive me. 14 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, which, obviously having more touchdowns than interceptions, that's always a good thing. But another scary number that you hate to see for quarterbacks. He's been sacked 22 times.
Yes. Yep. And as we've said in previous videos, us Notre Dame fans this year know all about it. So, unfortunately.
Yeah, most of those coming at the hands of not the hands of, but coming from Jack Cohn, which I'm sure he would like to forget a lot of those sacks, but
yes,
it's part of being a quarterback, But he's a consistent quarterback, but just hasn't been able to put it all together.
Yeah,
and and the 3-8 record says it all.
Yeah, for sure.
But you look at the rushing game. That this has kind of been a very big killer. They haven't been able to really establish a rushing game.
No.
Their leader is Nathaniel Pete, who's ran 76 times for 401 yards and 3 touchdowns on the year.
Yeah.
Right behind him is Austin Jones, who 98 times for 343 yards, 1 touchdown. And then, it just, after those two, it really has not been good for the running game. Not at all. Yeah. I mean, I honestly have not watched a lot of Stanford football this year, and I don't know what their offensive line is like, but it's looking like a sign of a pretty rough offensive line like we experienced earlier on in our season.
Yes, their offensive line has literally no push. And their defense is very atrocious as well. I mean, so that's 2 things that unfortunately you gotta win those battles. And when you can't win them, you're not going to win many games. And obviously that shows in their record. I mean, having 3 wins and 8 losses.
And usually the old saying goes, if you have a good running game, it can open up your passing game. But here it's the complete opposite. They've been having to pass just to fight for their lives.
Right.
Yeah,
no, for sure. And they can't keep up. I mean, their opponents are outscoring them 344 to 231. I mean, that's, when it's close to the same, that means you're in a game. When it's, that lopsided, well, you're not able to keep up. So yeah, no, Stanford's just rough top to bottom. Very much a down year for them. And looking like you said, a repeat of this past week against Georgia Tech.
And I will say this, I mean, coming into the Georgia Tech game, I was very happy, as we said in the recap of that game a few days ago, or a few about an hour ago at the time of recording. Work with me, people. You guys know the drill by now. But I was really happy with the way that game turned out, but still, you don't overlook any opponent.
No,
because there was always, because even coming into the Georgia Tech game, there's always that chance that they could have been hungry, that maybe they put up more of a battle than what you thought. But thankfully that didn't happen. We came to play, we were ready to play, and we just shut them out. Took care of business. And we got to do that here too, because Stanford, this is a different scenario too. It's on the road for us. We're at Palo Alto.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure that they would love to send their seniors out and finish the season with a bang by upsetting Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Which I would like to think at this point in time, we're either the 6th or the 7th ranked team in the country right now.
Yep. Yeah. And as you said, they would love to upset us, and this is their bowl game. I mean, I know we say that to be funny, with other teams, but I mean, this is their bowl game. They're a 3-8 record. They're not making a bowl this year. This is their final home game, as you said, senior day, as you said, and go out with a bang. Leave it all on the field. You got nothing to lose. Stanford has nothing, like I said, nothing to lose, and Notre Dame has everything to lose in this game. Notre Dame's fighting for their playoff lives at this point. A lot of cards have to fall just right for Notre Dame to have a prayer of getting in. And this is one of those games that has trap, upset, however you want to say it, written all over it. And Stanford has shown this season that they can win a game that they shouldn't win. I mean, Oregon, Southern Cal, Vanderbilt, teams that they should have lost to that they got. So Notre Dame has to be careful. I mean, this is not a game where, you're looking past them and look into the postseason, whether it's an NY6 or a playoff berth. This is you focus and zero in on Stanford.
Yes. And getting that 11th win, I mean, not only does it help our chances at trying to get into the playoffs, but it more than solidifies our slot for an NY6 bowl bid.
Yeah. And the other thing with pressure is, okay, you blew out Georgia Tech 55-0. You're coming off that win. And now you're coming into Stanford, who you should blow out. So now odds makers, analysts, coaches, voters, whoever are now going, okay, well, Notre Dame should come into this game. They should steamroll Stanford, and then we'll go from there. So now the expectation has gone from, okay, well, Notre Dame should win this game to Notre Dame should win this game soundly. So the pressure's on Notre Dame, and there's no pressure on Stanford.
Yeah, because if this game turns out to be, a game that turns out to be like when we went up against Toledo earlier in the season, and It took us scoring a last-minute touchdown to beat them, a MAC team.
Yes.
Then, yeah, you damn right the voters are going to take notice of that, and it's not going to look good for us.
Yeah.
Now, at the same time, it would mean 11 wins, but you can for sure kiss the playoff chances goodbye, because all the committee has to do is see, like, well, Notre Dame barely beat this 3-8 Stanford team. We're gonna pick somebody else who can put their opponents away.
Yeah.
But of course, like I said, though, the NY6 berth will still be
something
there.
Of course,
it'll still be there. But we now have an outside chance that is getting a little more
real.
It's getting a little more real now.
Yep.
Yes, that's the best way to put it. It's looking a little more real that it could possibly happen getting into the playoffs. So, yeah, you got to hit this game with those style points and put this team away.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Ohio State came to play last week. They knew that if they want a shot, that they got to leave it all on the field, and they did that against Michigan State.
Oh yeah.
So now it'll be interesting to see what Ohio State does against Michigan, because Michigan, I think, finally has a team and a roster that can actually rival Ohio State. So it'll be interesting to see what happens on Saturday against the Buckeyes. But
the game.
Yeah, the game. But yeah, I mean, that has to be Notre Dame's mindset. You leave it all in the field and you take care of business. And not only do you take care of business by winning, but you win big.
And Ben, this is off the subject, but how many people of all the people that are watching this video, whenever they see it, at this point in the video, how many of them do you think are actually focused on my cat in the background and not so much us?
I don't know.
You having fun, Bailey?
I've been focused on the cat.
Yeah, I hope she's having a lot of fun cleaning herself, cleaning her crotch while we're trying to film a video here. Complete video bomb.
Yeah.
But she made a cameo in the rankings report from last week, and I'm sure when I film it this week, she'll probably video bomb that one too. But so anyway, Ben, we've covered all we can about Stanford. I mean, what more really needs to be said? They're not a good team. They've had basically really one highlight game this year, and that was Oregon. And since then, it's been all downhill for them. So it's score prediction time.
Yep.
So I'll get the party started, and we pulled out the goose egg last week against Georgia Tech. I loved it, but I still think as much as I would love to predict a goose egg, which the Irish showed they're capable of doing, I really can't do this. But I think this is going to be a game very similar to Ohio State and Michigan State. So my score prediction for this one: the Irish 52, Stanford 7.
So we're going to be kind of in the same ballpark. I say 56-10 for Stanford.
That's fair, because this is a team that can put some points on the board, and I think they do have a better offense than Georgia Tech does. But
yeah, well, and they're home too. I mean, they have Palo Alto and their stadium and some fans.
I don't think that stadium's going to be too full.
No, and that's not meant to be a shot. That's just, unfortunately, I mean, even a few years ago when they were pretty good, there wasn't a lot of fans in the stadium, which is very disappointing in my opinion.
And we're talking before COVID here.
So that to me is disappointing. And I feel for that program. But yeah, no, I think 56-10 is my score prediction.
All right. Well, that's good. That's good that we're both in the ballpark. We're thinking the same. Hopefully it does happen. But the way I see it, as long as we're winning big, whether it's like, even if it's like 38-10 or whatever, not like what we think, not what we think it might be. Just put this team away convincingly.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking for as a fan. So, Bailey, what's your score prediction after you're finished and scratching yourself? Okay. Bailey says 45-17.
Okay.
And I don't know.
That's giving them a little more credit. I see how it is.
And she's more like, what are you talking about, Sean? I don't care. But, well, anyway, with that said, we wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving.
Yes. Safe travels.
Safe travels. Yes. Enjoy the time with your family members and friends, whoever you're hanging out with, and, just enjoy it. And I know myself, I only have a 3-day work week because of it. I'm going to enjoy it and just live it up, everyone. Eat well and have a great time.
Sounds good.
So anything else you'd like to add, Ben?
No, not at all.
Maybe like a poem or something?
What I will say, though, I'm going to drop a bomb on everybody. How's that sound?
Oh, boy, let's hear it.
So me and Sean will be doing our reaction on Wednesday to the college football playoffs this week.
Okay. I didn't even know about this, people. I'm finding out.
Why I said I'm dropping a bomb.
You did. I swear to God, everyone, Ben did not tell me this before we started recording.
So yeah, I have a 2-day work week. So I will be around Wednesday. So Wednesday we will drop our reaction to the college football playoff. Hopefully there's some good news for Notre Dame. And we'll go from there.
Well, I guess that means that last night or this coming Tuesday, at the time of filming this video, I'll have the Tuesday off, or I'll have had the Tuesday off. All right. Can I claim a vacation day, Ben?
If you want.
Okay. Oh, that's right. We're not signed by anybody. Damn. Well, that's where it comes to you people to hit the subscribe tab. Build us up. God damn it. All right. Well, again, everyone have a great Thanksgiving week. Safe travels, eat well, all that good stuff. And on that note, I am ND Sean 45.
I'm Irish Benjamin 57.
And as we always say, God bless, good night, go Irish, and we will see you all Wednesday night.
Go Irish, chop some trees.